Road Wars follows an elite unit from the Thames Valley Police.
Oh. Give me this arm! Oh. Give me this arm!
On the streets, their experience counts, whatever they're faced with. In tonight's programme, near misses and some of the worst driving ever seen on screen. In Road Wars, the unexpected is always just around the corner. Derek and Tony are on patrol in Slough when they're passed by a suspicious vehicle. Their aim is to disrupt criminal activity out on the roads as they patrol in their unmarked car. They quickly get behind it and check the car's details on the radio.
10-33, can I just code to the vehicle check, please?
Something's definitely not right, and they decide to give it a tug.
Oh yeah?
But the driver's got other ideas and puts his foot down and whips round the corner. Closely followed by Derek and Tony, the two youths leg it down an alley into the pitch black.
3-3, two persons making off D camp. Oh, fuck. Right. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Ooh, that hurt. The two kids split up, and Tony and Camera follow the driver.
3-3, two persons made off. One on foot, Queen's Road, D camp and Pollack.
The driver's disappeared into the darkness, and Tony calls in a dog unit for help.
The dog needs to come round to Queen's Court area, please.
Right, and where's the other one that's been nicked?
He went down the main drag.
Oh, so one's in Queen's Court, is he?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
But Derek has had better luck and collared the passenger, who's already been taken away.
Coming over here, you're very upset, and there's obviously a reason for that. I'm not stupid, and neither are you.
What, did you cut the driver?
Two girls appear who have nothing to do with the incident, asking questions about what's going on.
And the driver's about to get bit to pieces by the dog.
Yeah.
Though the driver escaped, the cops have the car for forensics to check over and a picture of the driver, so there's a good chance he'll be getting a visit soon.
Just chased this car. I say chase, we pursued this vehicle. It's felt to stop. The vehicle's come to a standstill there. He's used a handbrake to stop the vehicle. They both ran off, found an alleyway at the back of this building here. As we've run down the alleyway, there's a small generator there with a large plyboard over the top, which is sticking out, which you can't see.
Oh, fuck.
I've struck my leg, as you can see, right on the top of it, which is giving me a bit of a dead leg. The driver's run left, the passenger's gone right. I've chased him all the way up to the Travis Perkins building, and after a little bit of a struggle, he's been arrested on suspicion of theft of this motor vehicle.
The passenger refused to name the driver and was released without charge. So far, the driver's not been caught. The car wasn't actually stolen, but it's likely he didn't have any tax or insurance. Conrad and Dave, along with the marked traffic unit, are trying to get a Ford Focus to stop near Reading. But there's no stopping this bloke. The car's nicked, and he nails it through the lunchtime traffic. He blasts through red lights. His only care is to get as much distance between himself and the pursuing cop cars. And he certainly doesn't give a monkeys about anyone else on the road. Careering round the roundabout, he wings the blue car as he bullies his way through. desperate driver tries another idea and heads for the dual carriageway, cranking the car up to a crazy speed. But he can't outrun the more powerful police cars, so he tries another tactic and dives down a side street. It's a dead end, but as he tries to put some distance between himself and the police, he stuffs the car into a railing. The cops are quickly onto him as they flee over the wall. After a brief struggle, the driver and his mate are both arrested. For this display of out-of-control driving, the driver was banned for 2 years and given an 18-month community restorative order. The proactive team are also a first-line response to burglaries, and Carl and Conrad are called to an intruder alert at a shop in Slough High Street.
Thank you. Charlie Alpha 104.
Somebody go on soon.
The caller's locked herself in the rear in the back office. Someone's in the small area at the front.
It's going to be that bit down there, isn't it?
They're soon at the scene, but they've been sent to the wrong end of the high street and have to finish the journey on foot.
It's going to be right up to the other end.
They're not sure what's happened, but out the back, one shop worker is in tears. The intruder had been trying to enter the back room where the safe is. The crying girl had emailed help to her colleagues next door.
Do you want to just tell us what's happened then?
I was sitting in the office.
Yep.
And I heard the door go off when it opened. So we've got the link where I could call her on the shop floor. So I said, Kelly, is that you? She said no. Then I heard somebody start banging on that door.
Right, did you see anybody?
No, because I stayed in the office. Somebody was banging on that door. Then I heard the exit door there push open.
It seems the burglar is long gone and the scent's gone cold.
Tango Victor 3-4. It appeared to be there's been a possible intruder in the rear of the premises, but no person's actually seen.
Then Conrad is approached by two builders who saw the suspect run past them.
He's wearing a black jacket with nothing underneath it.
Right.
Right, and he just fucked
Tango
off.
Victor 3-2.
He just went.
Exit out 33 and 34 shown on duty, but not responding,
Yeah, copy. Just an update for
Not
you.
only did they provide a good description, but they've seen the bloke get into a white van.
X-ray to all units this channel, particularly the High Street.
Conrad and Carl go back to the car and start an area search, and it's not long before they find a vehicle that fits the builder's description.
You copy?
All right.
Charlie Alpha 104, yeah, copy.
I can't believe so.
Do you know what car it is, over? It's just been, just on the PNC, it's coming back as a...
He's going, he's going. Thank Victor 3-2.
Right, Carl. Oh, shit.
The suspect charges straight through a pub and over a wall at the back. He's now being pursued by two customers from the pub, and they grab him seconds before Carl catches up.
He's knackering.
Yeah, Herschel Street. Man detained. Monty, you get on the fucking ground now! Get down! Who are you? Who are you? Leg out. Get your arm out and leg straight. Ow! 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 Cheers, boys. I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Oh. Give me this arm. Ow! Give me this arm! Right, ow! Ow! Get your legs down. Behind me. Get your legs straight. Oh, mate, you're under arrest on suspicion of burglary, okay? Burglary? Yeah, I'll give you burglary. What? Don't have to say anything, mate. How many pence if not mention one question? Somebody should let Ryan call. My head. I'm bleeding. You gummy?
Oh, you're right.
I think you're also wanting for a twat, ain't you?
Carl recognises the suspect, and so do we from Road Wars Series 1.
Relax. I didn't even do anything.
And there's the trademark scream.
Relax. Just relax.
Turn up for the camera.
No, I'm not. He's just his hand here.
It's been on telly before, this old boy.
That cuff is nice and loose.
No, he's digging into my arm though.
Those cuffs aren't made for comfort. All right. If you relax yourself, and it'll be a lot easier.
Just let your ankles come off already.
My head.
Keep your head down, I said.
You doing that for?
Because I said, that's why.
I'm not even doing nothing. It's him. It's him.
Lift your leg up. Get your leg up. Lift your leg up.
Ow!
Just relax.
Ow! Fuck. You're a fucking arsehole, you are.
215 service. Male's gone into the staff area, and then remember, a staff is locked in a room. They tried to get us to open the door.
Did you see anybody?
No, because I'm staying in the office.
So they ran off through the back of the shop into Chapel Street. We then come round the corner and he's parked on the pavement. As soon as he saw us, he's off over the passenger, out the passenger door, and he's off running.
Grab him! Grab him!
Through the back of a pub, forced his way out the back of the pub, through the car park. He's gone over a wall. And at this stage, he's also now being chased by people from the pub. They've caught up with him. I then caught him, where I've detained him and arrested him. Cheers, boys. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. And I'm knackered.
Coming up in part 2, fake guns, a Wild West pursuit, and a dodgy number plate scam. In part 2, fake guns, a Wild West pursuit, and a dodgy number plate scam.
He'd have been shot. Oh, look at them two. Yeah, it's clear.
Chris and Andy spot a Fiesta hammering down a dual carriageway in High Wycombe. The car has "Stop Me" written all over it.
It's 3689. It's 3689 on the 841.
Catching up with the car, they clock it at nearly a ton. The pair soon stop the speeders on a side street.
You found it?
In my car.
In your car? That was lucky. I think it's worth doing a SID check on that, mate. You never know where it's come from. Right, can't they check it with the engraving, with the initials on it?
After spotting the ring, they decide on a more intensive search. And in the boot, they find something even more interesting.
Whose is this? That's yours, is it? I thought you didn't smoke it.
I don't smoke.
Well, you got a bag of it then. You just said this is yours.
No, is that yours?
Chris finds a bag of grass, but the driver said it's nothing to do with him.
Is that yours?
He also finds a mobile phone.
Whose is the Nokia then?
That's one I found.
That's one you found. You're doing well, aren't you? You found a load of stuff.
No, honestly.
Right, we'll check that as well. An Arby's bag and that. He's got plastic gloves in there as well.
It's all looking very suspicious, and Chris asks them if they've got anything else to declare.
Have you got anything you want to tell me about? What have you got? Right, pass it over. Have you got any on you?
You've got a little bit.
They hand over some more weed, as Andy explains.
2 bags of cannabis.
Thank you. Temperature clear.
Anything else in the car that shouldn't be? Got any knives? Anything like that?
Suddenly, Chris finds an air pistol and a sheath knife on the floor.
Oh, bloody hell, mate.
And there's another surprise in the glove compartment.
Fucking hell. What about these? That's what? Something your mate made. Fucking hell, mate. They've got firearms and it's got skunk up his
we'll
sleeve.
bring him in. We'll bring him in.
Yeah.
I'll speak to you later. Yeah,
So what's the haul so far?
Right, at the moment, we found a mobile phone that doesn't belong to the gentleman in the car. Wrist knives. And an imitation firearm. Yeah, nice guys.
But that's not all they've got. Chris finds another gun. Both are frighteningly realistic.
Obviously, if they're pointed at members of the public, they're not going to know any different.
Right, are you going to search this, Jen?
Yeah, absolutely. Just take your cup off for me.
They then search the driver and passenger in case there's anything else.
Listen, lads, the position is this, okay? Give up the drugs to me, which is fair enough. All right, you've got 2 guns in there and 2 effing great knives, yeah? All right? I do fish a lot.
What sort of fishing's that then? Shark fishing?
Right, okay, you've got to both come down to the police station with us. All right, now.
After intensive questioning, the driver was given a caution for the drugs and having an offensive weapon. His passenger was given a reprimand for the possession of cannabis. Speeding drivers have become the #1 target for the government, and watching this driver's antics, it's not difficult to see why. The Vauxhall Vectress speeds past an unmarked cop car. He pushes his way past other road users. This guy's driving like a lunatic. It's been estimated that over 3 million drivers will be prosecuted for speeding this year alone. This figure is expected to rise as more enforcement cameras are installed. This motorist obviously needs to be done, as he's clocked in at over 109 miles per hour, and the cops have to travel at more than 134 to catch up with him. The driver was fined 500 quid for dangerous driving and banned for 2 years. The judge was appalled by the video evidence and ordered the speeder to resit his driving test. Carroll County, Georgia, and the police are alerted by other motorists to a dangerous driver speeding and swerving between lanes. They're quickly on the scene. The pickup driver is trying to use the traffic to throw off the cops, but first careers into one car before trying to cut back. Both vehicles are totaled and the cops damaged his hand. It turned out that the pickup driver was drunk out of his skull. Well, he'd have to be to drive like this. Police in Nottinghamshire spot something funny about the Black Golf's number plate.
It's a beauty, this is. Can you read that? What's wrong with it? Can you read it easily? It's a little bit faint, isn't it? It's not. It's terrible. Yeah. Can't pick it up on the camera whatsoever.
The plates are blurred on the camera, but they seem fine to the naked eye.
It's got a reflective number on it. 158.
The cops suspect that the plate has been doctored with a special spray-on substance, which is illegal. Considering this motorist wasn't driving illegally, his deception cost him dear, and he was fined. Lancashire police officers want to have a word with the driver of the blue Citroen, but the driver has other ideas. It's not the most powerful car in the world, but they have to play it safe, so they hang back. They capture his face on video, just in case he gets away. All the old tricks are put to play. The last-minute turn-off fooling no one. And when he hits the local roads, his dangerous driving becomes seriously out of order. He pushes past cars, forcing oncoming cars to scramble out of his way. He thinks about making a right turn, but changes his mind. It's amazing he didn't kill anyone. Overtaken on a blind bend on the wrong side of the road, this guy must be mad. The police start to catch up with the suspect, but a bus blocks their path and he gets away and disappears into an estate which is a maze of small streets. But by pure chance, the car pops out right in front of the police car. His driving's getting worse, careering round corners on the wrong side of the road and forcing other cars to take avoiding action. Cars scatter as he boots it through the junction on the wrong side. Once again he drives onto the opposite side of the road in the face of oncoming traffic. The cops get caught up in more slow traffic and this gives the Citroen time to get away. A van driver points out the direction he took. He's turned back onto the estate he knows so well. Round the corner the cops find the car, but it's abandoned. Just as well they snapped the desperate driver on the motorway earlier.